Okay, Sir Iwunze.
Yes.
This is the part 2 of the video. Him kokoto ya wo obera digazi lengthy 20 something minutes.
Okay.
So that we can download on WhatsApp. You may want to video get lengthy. Oga I download easily. So let's continue from where we stopped. We stopped at Nobula Atulegwu's Atulegwu Abianso's encroachment.
Yes,
on that very
Due
land.
to his inordinate ambition and interest.
Okay, then now. You made me understand that they doctored the white paper.
I'm coming to that. I'm yet to come to that. When I finish about the judgment, I now come to that. I will talk about that.
Okay.
So what I want to talk, I have already shown you a document showing that government discontinued from I've showed you a document showing that their stay of execution was dismissed.
Okay.
And after the dismissal of their stay of execution, they now
government filed
a document discontinuing all about their notice of appeal.
Okay.
Surrendering and asking us to take full possession of power.
Ah, that means that's the only land Rochas backed out from.
Yes, he allowed us to take our land.
Okay. So which Noble did not agree?
Noble did not agree because of his inordinate ambition. And Noble was giving problem with his cohorts to the point I have to write the Attorney General.
Attorney General, okay?
Yes, Akolisa. Look at the letter I wrote to him.
Akolisa.
Yes, okay, even before I mention that one, Noble labeled that judgment to be fraudulent judgment, that it wasn't a true judgment from Imo State High Court.
Hey, you once mentioned that Noble petitioned you.
Yes, to IG. So when he now petitioned, I also petitioned in turn. The IG now referred AIG to handle it and conduct a discreet investigation to know exactly the truth about the matter. Whether all those documents we annexed were truly from judiciary, whether the discontinuation letter we annexed was actually from the legal Attorney General's office. Remember, Rochas was the one that discontinued and did all these things. They are no more in power. The person now in power then was Ihedon, Honorable Ihedon.
Okay.
And it is now another Attorney General.
Okay. Who was the barrister Ndukwechuku?
Yes. So when they now wrote a letter to judiciary and to the Minister of Justice, they wrote them. They now replied them. They replied them through this letter. This is a letter that was replied by government of Imo State, High Court of Justice, Imo State, on 9th October 2019. They now, and from that is the Department of, okay, they now reply AIG. Martins Onyeuchi Iwunze versus Government of Imo State, Attorney General Imo State, Commissioner for Land Survey and Urban Planning, Imo State.
Okay.
This is to refer to your letter number CR 3000/ZN/UM/MUT.TA volume 5/40 dated 27 September 2019 and forward herewith with the following documents, because they requested that they should send certified true copy of all those documents I annexed, if actually it emanated from them.
The letter came from the IG.
IG mandated AIG. AIG now, AIG Zone 9. Okay. Now was mandated to carry out that district investigation. Okay. The AIG now wrote the Department of, the Imo State High Court, the High Court of Justice Imo State, to furnish them whether those documents I annexed were actually from them. Okay. Because Noble and labeled that those documents were all fraudulent documents. Okay. They were not from
Imo State High Court. Okay.
So they are now replying them. A certified true copy of the judgment order in suit number HOW/37.
Okay, Imo State High Court.
Is now replying now.
Okay.
They are the ones replying now. On 9th of October 2019. Okay. They replied. A satisfied true copy of the judgment order in suit number HOW/379/2013, Martin Onyewuchi Iwunze versus Government of Imo State, and 2 others, dated 18th April 2018. They annexed it and satisfied it. Again, a satisfied true copy of court order for dismissal of the motion for stay of execution in suit number HOW/217M/2018 and suit number HOW/379/2013. Martin Onyewuchi Iwunze versus Government of Imo State. They annexed it, satisfied it. It is the judiciary that is doing this now, to convince them that all those documents came from them. The writ of possession dated 26 June 2018 and endorsed at the back page, being reports of execution carried out on 28 May 2019 by the Chief Bailiff attached to the High Court Owerri, putting judgment credit on Martin Onyewuchi Iwunze in possession of the piece or parcel of land known as and called Okohia, situate and lying at Irete, Owerri West Local Government Area, Imo State. The subject matter of the judgment order. It is further noted that the notice of appeal dated 4th July 2018 filed by the Attorney General for the first, second, and third applicants was followed by the Attorney General's letter dated 20th May 2019 for the discontinuance of the appeal. They now have applied their own.
Okay.
In the same vein, the Attorney General that was on board that time, that is in Ihedon has Emeka Ihedon own time, now replied also their own. They replied, let me get the document of their own reply. Yes, they replied by a letter dated 15th November 2019. The Assistant Inspector General of Police, the Nigerian Police Force, Zone 9, Headquarters, Umuahia, Abia State, Nigeria. RAPE, HOW/379/2013, Martin Onyewuchi Iwunze versus Government of Imo State and 2 others. I am directed by the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Imo State, to refer to your letter reference number CR300/ZN/9.9/UM/MUT/TA/VO volume 5141 of 27 September 2019 on the above subject matter, and to confirm that the letter dated 20th May 2019 addressed to the Assistant Chief Registrar, Imo State Judiciary High Court, Owerri, for discontinuance of our appeal in suit number HOW/379/2013, Martin Onyewuchi Iwunze versus Government of Imo State and 2 others, emanated from our office. Attached herewith is a satisfied true copy of our said letter. They replied back, showing that yes, that letter came from them.
That's even, the Imo State High Court replied them.
I talk about.
Okay, this one is from Ministry of Justice.
From
Ministry
Attorney
of Justice.
General's office.
Attorney General's office.
Yes, the present Attorney General's of in the time of Ihedon.
Okay.
Confirming that really they have discontinued.
That is Barrister Ndukwe Nnawuchi.
Yes, Nnawuchi. That they have discontinued everything about that.
Okay.
Good. So, having done this, and seeing Noble parading himself and disturbing us in our land that we had considered judgment, made me to write Attorney General, the present Attorney General, COC Akolisa. I wrote him on behalf of landowners on 5th of February 2020.
Okay.
Landowners of Okohia, Owerri West Local Government Area, Imo State. The Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Minister of Justice, Owerri, Imo State, sir. Incessant and continuous activities of some people parading themselves as representing the government of Imo State in the person of Noble Atulegwu Abianso, Emmanuel Okoro, Anthony Amadi Okenwa, Maxwell Opara, Honorable Victor Onyewuchi Ikonem, Azoma Aginwa, Reverend Juicy Okenwa, and their cohorts. The above mentioned persons have taken it upon themselves to work assiduously against the full implementation of the judgment of court delivered by the High Court of Imo State on 18th day of April 2018 in suit number HOW/379/2013, Martin Onyewuchi Iwunze versus Government of Imo State and two others. The said judgment of court restored the Okoya land situated at Irete in Owerri West local government area of Imo State back to the landowners because the court found that the Imo State government did not follow due process in acquiring the land. Attached herewith are the resolution of the landowners of Okoya dated 24 February 2014 and 27th July 2019. The said resolution made it clear as follows that the above mentioned persons do not represent the landowners of Okoya. That the landowners of Okoya has only one attorney in the person of Martin Iwunze. That the above mentioned persons are interlopers. So Noble was described as an interloper.
Okay.
That he has no support of the whole landowners. This is a letter I wrote to Attorney General. I wouldn't start reading all.
Attorney General is on, that's Barrister COC
Akolisa. And when I wrote him this letter, he invited us for a meeting, and I went for the meeting. As we went for the meeting, he assured us that the government had discontinued their interest in that very land because they have withdrawn their appeal. Therefore, that we should continue. We should continue on whatever we are doing. That we should continue on whatever we are doing. We should go ahead on our parcellation and everything we are doing there. That the government have discontinued. That they have no problem with us there anymore. That was the assurance he gave us. In respect of this letter, I wrote to him. The letter is still there. Take note, it's 5th February 2020 that I wrote this letter. And it was received. It was received on 20th to 2020.
Okay, so how did they now doctor the white paper?
So, having said this now, we were given leeway.
Okay, first of all, COC, when you went to him, he told you that the government have discontinued.
Yes, that everything they have no handy again. We should continue whatever we are doing.
Okay.
We should continue our parcellation and everything, and that is why we were able to parcellate all that area.
Okay.
Spend so much money and do everything.
Okay.
But to my greatest surprise, Noble continued with all his cohorts, and every time he will be boasting that he has those backing him. He said he must become a commissioner, and the moment he becomes a commissioner, we will see what will happen. Eventually, he was made a commissioner. When he was made a commissioner, he continued campaigning to take over our land. He even went as far as disturbing the then Commissioner of Lands, boasting that he has spoken to
Commissioner of Lands being who?
Enyinna.
Okay.
Atulegwu. That he has spoken to him, that we will see what will happen, that they will take over that place. Before you know, they ran into that place. And we now got to know that Enyinna never supported that. When this got to his knowledge and he stopped them.
Okay.
We now made inquiry and saw that he was not with them.
Okay.
He was a straightforward man who wanted to do the right thing. Okay. Who never wanted to be coerced into doing anything that is nonsense. We appreciated that. Now, Noble, as if that was not.
Hold on, you say he was or he is?
He is.
Okay, he was. Okay, what you meant was when he was.
Yes.
When he was in Lance.
Yes.
He was sincere.
Yes, he was. Yes.
Okay.
That was that time.
Okay.
So we now, eventually, Noble continued boasting that he will become the Commissioner of Lands. What me? He was saying it in the Holy Writ.
Yes.
That we should watch what will happen. Nothing will stop him from becoming the Commissioner of Lands. That the SSG is his man. That the Chief of Staff is behind him. That we shall see what will happen. Eventually, one day, unexpectedly, we saw him becoming Commissioner of Lands. When Enyinna was removed from Lands, we now saw him becoming, and he sent a message to me that they should tell me that he is now an aeroplane. He has flown up that whatever I be doing is to no avail, that the next day they be entering alcohol to share it, that the whole land in Imo State belongs to him now. However he want to do it, he will do it. He hit his chest and told me that that is what will happen. He had a meeting in Irete, told them the land belongs to him now. He is now the commissioner for lands. Whatever he decides, that's what will happen. And what is more, he has the highest backing of the SSG and the chief of staff. That anything he says, that's what will happen. That was why I published the paper and made the world to know what Noble was doing, and even exposed him. Because he can't be here, who is not from this, even the whole eastern state, causing problem, grabbing people land. I am not expose him. Let him tell people where he come from. It's not from this side. Okay. Which he has not reacted up to now, because he knows what I said was the truth. So he has no way. If you do it, he will expose himself the more. I'm ready to follow him to any mistake. So that was what really happened, as you can understand. So that one now, as if that was not enough, Noble continued to do everything within his possible best to ensure that they share that alcohol. Now they now choose him and put him there. The first place he went was to enter alcohol.
That's when he was made the commissioner for
lands. When he now did that, people planned that let the heaven fall. Our people got annoyed, say enough is enough. And I know it will lead to serious bloodshed. I was crying and begging them. We wouldn't like this to happen. I know Oyoko Onwa doesn't want trouble. He wants to see how he will do to carry along everybody. And that was the essence of trying to ensure that that judicial panel of inquiry said before continued, so that those that were wrongly, their land were wrongly taken from them, they will be happy and find a succor in his regime. Now when I saw his noble mind and how he want to handle the whole affair, I felt that allowing that situation to degenerate to the point of serious bloodshed won't be the best. I continue pleading to my people to hold their patience. Let's look on and see what the governor will do, because I know he will do something at the right time. So that continues. Noble entered there and was doing, they want to go and confront him and say, just don't worry. Before finally the governor reacted, they came and flushed them out.
And removed Noble from Minister of Lands. Okay. Then, coming from Minister of Lands, coming to white paper. I keep mentioning white paper because
I'm coming to that now. Okay. Because definitely I'll talk about that.
Okay.
So when that white paper was originally prepared and the panel of inquiry on lands and related matters concluded their matter, the government of Imo State selected some intellectuals and those who knows what happens, what has to do with lands and everything
in Imo State,
and asked them to come and review the recommendation of the judicial panel of inquiry on lands and related matters. They put their heads together and reviewed all these things and made final recommendation.
Let me remind you, sir. This video, I'm sending it directly to the governor.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm not
Governor
what I'm telling you.
So, take it that you are addressing the governor.
It's okay. And
whatever you say is straight
just the truth, and that's
to him.
What it is. So when they finished that, and the document was taken to ESCO, and ESCO approved it. Because we're part of the government, and we all are interested to see something happen good in Imo State, just as the intention of the government is. So we are following. Even though there may be some sycophants who will be saying rubbish and saying, but there are people that are objective, who want to see the right thing happen. And when you see the right now in the world, seeing a governor taking the right direction, you know that this governor is out to do something meaningful to the people. So now, when that was approved by ESCO, we were happy. And I have that copy.
The original?
Yes, original copy that the ESCO approved.
Now,
when these people saw that most of the things they wanted was not that way they wanted it,
by the white paper,
they now doctored the white paper and removed all those things that did not
favor them
and put it the way they want it to favor them.
Are you serious?
And I'll be able to make available most of those things, most of those discrepancies, those things they sponge, and where they make some. But like in this very way people that talks about Okohia land, what was said there is that because when those committee who reviewed it got to know that there is a judgment subsisting already about that place, which the judicial panel of inquiry did not take cognizance of in making recommendation. They now say no. And when they deceive them that the IMSU have gone to court and have won the people both in court of appeal, and that ends, it wasn't so. The IMSU had a suit with only one family. Okay. One family in Irete. Okay. Who owns that land, and they ended in appeal, and then those family went to Supreme Court, which is still on till tomorrow. By right, judicial panel of inquiry.
Wait, hold on. The family IMSU went to court with Okohia land.
Okohia land, part of it's only one family now.
Okay, only one family.
Only one family. We are so many that owns Okohia land now.
Okay, they went to court with one family.
Only one family
of Okohia.
Among the owners of
Okohia land.
And that family was among the people who gave me sole authorship too.
Okay.
About Okohia land.
Okay.
So many families that owns Okohia land. Okay. Only one family.
That IMSU went to court with.
And those family is still at the Supreme Court with IMSU. Till now that I'm talking.
Under whose administration in IMSU did they go to?
No, it is far, but I can't be able to, because anything I say, I want it to be real. But if I make inquiry now, I will know the administration. But it's far back.
Was it under Professor Iwunze?
Professor Iwunze was one of the
vice chancellors.
It was a vice chancellor of IMSU. And one of those who are interested in sharing this our land, he used to come to meeting in Irete every time with Noble then, as to how they will be able to wrestle our land from.
Okay, what I'm asking is, was it under Professor Iwunze that IMSU, was it under Professor Iwunze's administration as vice chancellor of IMSU that they took one family in Okohia to court?
Professor Iwunze knows about that. Even if he wasn't that one, but he came to be a vice chancellor. He knows about it. That matter is still pending at the appeals court. Okay. Supreme Court. And by right, when you sue anybody you did not sue in a suit, whatever the outcome of the suit, it does not concern that person.
Was it IMSU that sued the family, or the family sued IMSU?
The point is that it seems that either that one family sued them.
Okay, that one family sued them because IMSU encroached on their land.
It wasn't their land alone. We all that own land.
Okay. Meanwhile, that land is not IMSU's land.
It's not. It's our ancestral land. We own it by heritage. Okay. And no one. Those family was only one family. For example, you have about 30 families that own a land. Only one person that was part of the owner of that land took somebody to court. Whatever outcome that has to do is between them, only that one family.
So you cannot be the landowners.
Yes, that was what the court says, the law says.
Okay.
So it is this my own that the whole landowners say, fight for us and get this land back for us, which government did not follow due process in its application. Okay, so that being the case now, they didn't bring this to the knowledge of the judicial panel of inquiry. That made them to make that very recommendation they made. But then, when these committees who examined that saw all these things, they said no. Refer it back to lands. For lands to look who has documents about lands, to know the right people that own this land and do the needful. They went and removed it in the white paper there.
They removed what?
They removed this very recommendation that this committee, who finally, on behalf of the government, examine this very.
That the judicial committee.
Judicial committee of inquiry have done their own.
Okay.
Government now appointed these erudite men from Imo State that
headed by who?
To re-examine and give them final recommendation.
Okay.
These people now saw those things, saw these discrepancies, and saw that no way that you can say this thing should go to IMSU. Okay. They say let it go to Lance. Lance has all the documents and will do the needful. Okay. What this people did was to go and remove that clause, let it go to Lance, who has the whole document, the information that will do the rating, and simply said let it go to
IMSU.
They doctored it. So I have the document where all other matters they doctored too, in order to.
Are you serious?
Yes, I will make it available.
It's not only about Okoya land that they doctored, huh?
There are so many other things they doctored. You see, if you see that original one is voluminous.
You mean the white paper?
That one that committee finally finished and the ESCO approved it. It's voluminous. They now bring it down, narrow it down to what suit them.
Meaning they must have removed so many things.
So many things, and I will furnish you with most of the things
they removed.
I'm not with it now because I will do photocopy and forward you with the copy, the full copy, and some of those discrepancies, all those things they remove from there.
Okay.
So what pains us is that anytime Noble and his men, Noble continue now boasting that he must come back as a commissioner, no matter what, because that the SSG is with him, the chief of staff is with him, that they are his men. And look at, after putting Noble there again, why do they go again and put Iwunze, who was also bent on sharing our land? When we were going to police, that time Noble were arrested, Iwunze used to come to police, telling police to allow Noble to have his way. And he is the man they will now choose again to come and see about implementation of white people.
You mean Iwunze, Professor Iwunze?
Yes, look at Iwunze, Professor. Look at and without having one meeting with his men, he came and had meeting at it. I asked him to go in.
They've gone into that land?
Yes, even as I talk with you, they are parcellating that place, destroying the whole parcellation we did. So why must they be eyeing this alcohol here? That's why people say they will die there. Instead of that to happen, that blood will flow. But I've been begging them. You know, people's patience can run out. If things is not done quickly, their patience might run out. And this even made me to challenge that so-called white paper. When I wrote, and the one I wrote to the Chief Judge of Imo State was referred to Court 7, E.F. Njamanze, who was handling the matters concerning white paper. We went there and we were joined as the 6th respondent. We annexed all our exhibits before the judge, and the judge saw with us that on no account must we be restored because there was no appeal from the government. He now, in page 12 of his judgment, acknowledged and made a statement as follows. Do I quote the statement to you?
We're running out of time because so that it will be able to download. This is 27 minutes as well.
Okay.
So just make mention of it. You will furnish me with the documents as you said.
I will do so. So he now said that we should go and take our polite and position to the government. That is a way that government did not apply.
But just bring out the judgment.
This is the judgment.
Let me.
Nkechi, Rocha Sokorocha, and others. I am the sixth respondent there. If you look at it,
Martin Onyewuchi.
I'm the 6th respondent.
In the High Court of Imo State of Nigeria, between His Lordship Honorable Justice E.F. Njamanze.
Yes, he's one that gave that judgment.
Okay, Attorney General of Imo State and Mrs. Nkechi Rocha Sokorocha, Incorporated Trustees of Rocha's Foundation, Senator Rocha Sanayo Okorocha, Sundry Markets Limited, Sundry Foods Limited, Martin Onyewuchi.
Yes.
Okay, you requested.
We for joinder.
Okay, you requested to be
joined by court. And when the court saw all our exhibits, court agreed with us. Look at what court asked us to do. I wrote. You can take it. I wrote to the governor, and it was received on. You can see the date when with the stamp of the principal.
You wrote to the governor, huh?
Yes, to bring to his knowledge this recent judgment.
Who did you give it to?
The principal secretary. The stamp is there. If you check, you will see the stamp when they received it. The principal secretary. Was that on 6th of September?
Okay, I can see it's 6/09/2021. Oh, recently, huh?
Yeah, I've said to listen. Even when Iwunze came and was doing all
okay, you did it through your lawyer, huh?
Yes, through my lawyer. I did it, and I sent it across.
C.V. Nzako
Yes.
and co.
Yes,
legal
that
practitioners.
was one that represented me in that case.
Okay.
So I even sent a copy to Iwunze and his men when I saw all what they were doing. Look at their own package. There you can see they received it too.
Okay, you also copied Iwunze them.
Yes, I sent it and bring to their knowledge.
So that they will go away from
that place. But till now, they are still there.
Attention, Professor Iwunze.
Yes.
Notification of judgment of the High Court of the Imo State in suit number H0W379-2013, Martin Onyewuchi Iwunze and Government of Imo State and 2 others. And Nkechi Rochas and 2 others. Okay. So you sent this to the Chief Press Secretary,
yes,
to the governor through the Chief Press Secretary of the governor,
yes.
and also sent copied to Professor Iwunze.
And yet, he's adamant. They continue doing whatever they are doing. They are provoking people the more, which, if nothing is done, it will lead to a disaster.
Okay, sir. So that this thing will download. Let me cut it. This is 30 minutes.
Okay.